Do you ever worry that your favorite instant noodles might contain chemicals linked to cancer, banned additives, or dangerously high sodium levels? What about misleading labels that make unhealthy products seem like wholesome meals? This is a legitimate fear, and honestly, many consumers are starting to wake up to it. Let's be honest, instant noodles have long been a comfort food staple, especially for tight budgets and busy schedules. But here's the catch. Behind the quick convenience lurk ingredients and practices that many of us would never knowingly choose. In this video, we're counting down 8 instant noodle brands you may want to think twice about, based on testing, recalls, ingredient concerns, and real customer experiences. Stick with us to the end for some safe and genuinely delicious alternatives that might just change the way you shop. And here's the thing. We're starting at the very bottom with a brand that shocked us the most. Number 8. Alright, at the very bottom of our list, we have Maruchan, one of the most recognizable instant noodle brands in the US, owned by Toyo Suisun Group. On the surface, it's that nostalgic orange package that takes you right back to late-night college study sessions or quick meals during busy work weeks. But here's the problem. Behind that familiar branding are some troubling ingredients and concerns. For starters, many of their noodle packs contain tertiary butylhydroquinone, or TBHQ, a preservative that has been flagged in multiple studies for potential links to weakened immune response and even tumors in animal testing. According to the Environmental Working Group, TBHQ isn't just controversial. It's banned in some countries and still widely used in cheap processed foods in the US. One Redditor bluntly warned, "If it needs a petroleum byproduct to last 5 years on the shelf, maybe I shouldn't be putting it in my stomach." Think about that. When convenience comes packaged with long-term health risks, it stops being convenient, doesn't it? Let's see who's holding down the number 7 spot. Number 7. Coming in next is Indomie, produced by Indofood, a brand that has gained international popularity for its bold flavors and low price tag. If you've ever picked up their Mai Goreng, you're not alone. It's practically a cult favorite in parts of the world. But here's where things get uneasy. In 2023, several batches of Indomie noodles were found to contain excessive levels of ethylene oxide, a pesticide and sterilizing agent that is considered a carcinogen by the World Health Organization. These findings came out of testing initiated by the Taiwanese and Malaysian food safety authorities, prompting recalls in multiple countries, including Taiwan and Hong Kong. This isn't a small mislabeling issue. This is a toxic substance that isn't supposed to be anywhere near consumables. What makes this even more concerning is that many consumers weren't notified with the urgency you'd expect for a product distributed internationally. It left people wondering, if we're not being told directly about these risks, what else slips through the cracks? One commenter put it this way, "It's not just about noodles anymore, it's about trust." And honestly, that seems to be the heart of it. So we've covered Indomie, but our next brand is a different story entirely. Number 6. All right, let's see who's holding down the number 6 spot. And it's Samyang Foods, the South Korean company best known for their ultra-spicy fire noodles that took the internet by storm a few years back. From YouTube challenges to TikTok trends, their products have become a go-to for fans of extreme heat. But here's the catch. While the heat might be exciting, some of the ingredients used are anything but. Concerns were raised in 2022 when South Korea's Food and Drug Administration issued warnings about benzoparine residues detected in some batches of their noodles. Benzoparine is a known carcinogen that can develop during high-temperature processing, especially in grilled or charred foods. While Samyang stated that their products met international food safety standards, critics argued that the findings still left an unsettling question mark around quality control. And that's not all. Samyang noodles are also loaded with sodium, often exceeding 1,200 milligrams per pack, over half of the recommended daily intake in a single sitting. One health blog put it bluntly, "You're not just sweating from the spice, your kidneys are working overtime." Can you imagine what that's doing to your body? That brings us to number 5, and I have a feeling this one might surprise you. Number 5. Let's see who's holding down the number 5 spot, and it's Nissin Foods, the creator of the original cup noodles and a name practically synonymous with instant ramen for generations. Founded in Japan and now deeply embedded in the US market with its American subsidiary, Nissin has built its reputation on innovation and sheer accessibility. But here's where things get concerning. In recent years, Nissin has drawn criticism for its use of monosodium glutamate, MSG, and artificial flavor enhancers that many consumers try to avoid due to reported headaches, heart palpitations, and nausea. And here's the thing. While the FDA maintains that MSG is generally recognized as safe, reactions can be real for sensitive individuals, and the lack of transparency on packaging doesn't help consumers make informed choices. On top of that, a 2021 study by Consumer Reports pointed out the high sodium content in several cup noodles varieties, with some topping out above 1,300 milligrams per serving. That's nearly 60% of your daily limit, in just one cup. Think about that. Despite increasing awareness around health concerns, Nissin has been slow to reformulate or offer cleaner label alternatives in the US market, leaving health-conscious shoppers with fewer options. As one reviewer said it best on a food forum, "It's the flavor of my childhood, but now it just tastes like guilt and salt." That kind of consumer disappointment earns Nissin a spot on our list. But wait until you see who's next, because they managed to take convenient to a whole new level of concern. Number 4. Let's see who's taking the number 4 position, and it's Top Ramen, also owned by Nissin Foods. Now, this one might hit close to home if you grew up slurping these noodles straight from the pot with a fork, or even drinking the broth like soup. It's affordable, seemingly everywhere, and undeniably convenient for tight schedules. But here's the thing. Top Ramen has long relied on ingredient shortcuts that have nutritionists genuinely concerned. For instance, many varieties still contain palm oil, criticized not only for its devastating environmental impact, but also for the saturated fat burden it adds to an already problematic nutritional profile. According to Harvard Health, diets high in saturated fats are directly linked to heart disease and elevated cholesterol. Yet some Top Ramen flavors pack a whopping 7 to 9 grams per serving. And that's not all. There's also the complete absence of real nutritional value, which makes it dangerously easy to overeat without ever feeling properly satisfied. As one nutritionist perfectly summed it up, "You're essentially tricking your body into thinking it received something substantial, but by the time you actually feel full, you've already blown past your sodium and fat intake for the entire day." That kind of nutritional illusion might seem acceptable in a desperate pinch, but over time it takes a serious toll on your health. Now, we've covered several major brands, but our next contender brings an entirely different kind of controversy to the table. Number 3. Let's see who's landing at number 3, and it's Mama, a Thai instant noodle brand produced by Thai President Foods and widely popular across Southeast Asia and international markets. Known for its tangy tom yum flavors and spicy broths, Mama noodles often get praised for tasting closer to restaurant-style dishes than typical instant fare. But here's where things get troubling. The concerns here are legitimate and hard to ignore. Multiple batches of Mama noodles were flagged in 2019 and again in 2022 by the European Union's Rapid Alert System for Food and Feed due to the presence of ethylene oxide, the same pesticide found in other recalled brands. And while the contamination wasn't found across all product lines, the inconsistent sourcing of ingredients raised serious questions about long-term safety. Moreover, certain mama noodle flavors are especially high in sodium and saturated fat, yet they're still marketed toward young consumers and students. One mother on a parenting forum put it perfectly. "My teen loves them, but I literally have to hide the packs because he would eat them for every meal if I let him. It's like salty candy in noodle form." Think about that. They're creating products that are so addictively tasty, yet potentially harmful, that parents feel the need to restrict access. So while the flavors might pull you in like a restaurant experience, the hidden ingredients might have you thinking twice about bringing them home. And that brings us to our final two spots, starting with a brand whose recent headlines shook up more than just the dinner bowl. Number 2. Taking the runner-up spot is Lucky Me, a dominant brand in the Philippines produced by Monde Nissin. It's a household name in Southeast Asia and a top seller in migrant communities across the globe. But here's where things get truly concerning. In 2022, the brand was hit with a firestorm of controversy when several European countries, including Ireland and France, issued product recalls after detecting levels of ethylene oxide that were well above acceptable limits. Let's be honest, ethylene oxide, a potent sterilizer used in some food treatments, is banned in the European Union for this very reason, due to its cancer risk. Monde Nissin maintained their compliance with Philippine food safety standards, but European regulators didn't agree. And here's what disturbed a lot of people. No public recall or press release was issued in the US or in many parts of Asia, even though those products were very likely circulating in multinational grocery stores. The silence created confusion, frustration, and a deep mistrust among loyal buyers. As one longtime customer wrote, "I grew up on Lucky Me. This is heartbreaking. I feel like I can't trust anything anymore." That kind of emotional response tells you everything you need to know. Think about that. When your comfort food suddenly lands on global alert lists, it becomes more than just a bad batch. It starts to feel like a betrayal. So we've covered Lucky Me, leaving us all with more questions than answers. And now we're down to the final brand on our list. And trust me, you're going to want to hear what's at number 1. Number 1. And here we are, at the top of our list. And it goes to Maggi, a brand owned by Nestlé and beloved in countries all over the world, especially India. Let's be honest, if you've ever relied on Maggi for a quick fix of masala noodles, you're definitely not alone. It's practically a cultural institution in many households. But here's where things take a sobering turn. Back in 2015, Maggi was at the center of a massive food safety scandal that shook the industry when Indian regulators discovered dangerously high levels of lead in certain noodle samples, along with MSG that wasn't listed on the label. This led to a nationwide ban, albeit temporary, as well as the recall of over 35,000 tons of product. Think about that. Nestlé spent upwards of $70 million managing the fallout, and while they've since relaunched Maggi with adjusted recipes and rigorous testing, many consumers still feel uneasy, and for good reason. Even years later, periodic testing and ongoing scrutiny from consumer watchdogs continue to raise questions about long-term safety and transparency. As one former fan on an Indian food blog wrote, "It was my childhood favorite. Now I read every label like a detective." That speaks volumes about broken trust. When a brand's history forces families to double-check ingredients they once trusted blindly, that's more than a warning sign. It's a red flag waving in plain sight. The impact of that trust breach still ripples today, making it our top pick of instant noodle brands to approach with caution. So, you might be wondering what to eat instead. Don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's go over some safer and tastier alternatives you can feel good about. First up on the safer side of the aisle is Mike's Mighty Good. a California-based brand that's made a name for itself by producing organic craft ramen. And here's the thing. What sets Mike's apart is its commitment to quality, starting with noodles that are steamed rather than fried, and a focus on real, pronounceable ingredients. Their broth packets skip artificial flavors and chemical preservatives, and instead are made with organic miso or free-range chicken fats. Let's be honest, this is what instant noodles should be like. Testers praised the rich, comforting flavors that don't rely on overwhelming salt or artificial boosters to impress. One fan summed it up perfectly. It tastes like someone's grandmother made it, not like it came from a factory. If you're looking for that cozy, slurpable experience without the baggage, this is a brand worth trying. You can find it in Whole Foods, natural food stores, or order directly online. Another solid choice is Lotus Foods, an eco-conscious brand that specializes in using whole grain and heirloom rice noodles, including black rice, brown rice, and millet-infused varieties. And here's the thing, they don't just focus on taste, they actually source responsibly and support small family farms while offering noodles that are gluten-free and significantly lower in sodium compared to conventional options. As one fan put it, finally, a noodle that doesn't make me feel gross afterward. Think about that. The flavors are clean, earthy, and genuinely satisfying, with options like red miso and garlic pepper that feel upscale without being overwhelming. You can find Lotus Foods noodles in most natural grocers and even some major supermarkets, which makes it an accessible upgrade from the usual instant ramen aisle. If health, sustainability, and taste are all priorities on your shopping list, this is definitely one brand worth reaching for. So there you have it. 8 instant noodle brands you might want to think twice about, and a couple of delicious, safer alternatives that actually deliver on taste without compromising your health. Let's be honest, we all deserve better than chemical-laden comfort food. What about you? Have you ever had a suspicious experience with instant noodles, or found a brand you absolutely swear by? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a future video. Stay full, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. And here's the thing. Being an informed shopper doesn't mean giving up the things you love. It just means knowing what you're really putting in your body and making choices that align with your long-term health. Whether you're reaching for a late-night snack or stocking your pantry for the week, those decisions matter more than we often realize. Think about that. Fortunately, better options are out there, and they're becoming easier to find every day. So stay curious, stay empowered, and above all, listen to your body. We're in this together. Until next time.